Hey guys, let's run down the review. I'm going to try and go pretty quick with this, which will give you more time on the test. The first thing is a number D minus 2 is less than negative 1. D minus 2 less than negative 1. That's the first one. Number 3 says graph the inequality. Here at 4 we would have an open circle. Remember, the inequality tells us the direction. And that's how you do number 3. Number 5, we're going to flip this. So if we take this equation and we flip it, that would be z less than or equal to negative 1. Now that we have it flipped, the inequality will tell us the direction. So here's my number line. Here's negative 1. Typically I want you to put a number on each side. This would be a closed circle heading to the left. Number 7. To solve this one, to get r by itself, we're going to do the inverse of minusing 4 or subtracting 4. We're going to add 4 to both sides. That's going to give us r is less than negative 2. And if we were to graph this, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, open circle, running to the left. Alright, exercise 9. We're going to do the inverse of multiplying by 3. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides. That's going to give us x is greater than negative 7. If we were to graph this, negative 7, negative 8, negative 6, an open circle running to the right. Alright, exercise 11. Here's what I would do for this one. I would bump the negative up, because that's one of the freedoms that we have here. We can bump the negative up, negative 3/4 n less than or equal to 3. Now, to get rid of this fractional coefficient, the easiest way is to multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of negative 3/4 is 4 over negative 3. I'm going to do that on both sides. So that all equals 1, and 1 times n is just n. But because I multiplied by a negative, I got to flip my inequality. That's going to be greater than or equal to. Over here, I can cross cancel. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 3 once. I get 4 over negative 1. 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. N greater than or equal to negative 4. If I was to graph this, closed circle headed to the right. Alright, number 13. I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to get q by itself. That's going to give me 18 is less than q. I'm going to flip this. So I have q is greater than 18. If I was to graph this and I had 18 here, open circle running to the right. Number 15, I've got 3x minus 4 greater than 11. Two-step equation. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of a negative 4 by adding 4 to both sides. It's going to give me 3x is greater than 15. Now, to get that x isolated, I'm going to do the inverse of multiplying by 3. I'm going to divide by 3. X is greater than 5. Looks like it's that one right there. On number 17, I've got 7 minus 3n is less than or equal to n plus 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of, well, it doesn't matter. Let's say I minus n from both sides. That's going to be 7 minus 4n less than or equal to 3. I'm going to get rid of this positive 7. by subtracting 7 from both sides. Negative 4n less than or equal to negative 4. And now I'm going to divide by negative 4, being careful to flip my inequality. So I'm going to get n greater than or equal to positive 1. N greater than or equal to positive 1 is right there. Alright, so on number 19, we're going to start by distributing the 6. So 6 times 2t is 12t. 6 times 9 is positive 54. Less than or equal to 12t minus 1. Now, if we minus 12t from both sides, we know once those variables are gone, it's only going to be one of these two. 54 is less than or equal to negative 1. Is 54 less than negative 1? The answer is no. So it is no solution. So basically, if it's something that's wrong, if it gives you a statement that's wrong, it's no solution. If it's something that's true, it's going to be all real numbers. Write the sentences in equality. A number x is more than negative 6, and the number x is at the very most 8. So I have x greater than negative 6 and x less than or equal to 8. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, because this is an and, we have to put it back together. So we're going to take the smallest one and flip it. That's going to be negative 6 less than x. And then we incorporate this part, less than or equal to 8. And let's just graph this, just so we can see that it's an and. We'd have negative 6, open circle, headed in this direction. Positive 8, closed circle, headed to the left. To start on 23, we have an or. And so we're going to do these one at a time, right? Because or means that they're separated. So I've got r over 4 less than negative 5. So to get r by itself, we're going to do the inverse of dividing by 4. You're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. That'll give us r less than negative 20. Now let's look at the right side, which is negative 2r minus 7 less than or equal to 3. And we're going to start out by getting rid of this negative 7. So the inverse of negative 7 is adding 7. That gives us negative 2r less than or equal to 10. Divide both sides by negative 2. R, be careful because we just divided by a negative, greater than or equal to negative 5. So these are the two solutions for the compound inequality. If you were going to graph this, you'd have negative 20, open circle, headed to the left, negative 5, closed circle, headed to the right. Okay, exercise 25. The absolute value of k minus 9 is less than negative 4. But before you split it, you want to ask yourself, this is positive. Can a positive ever be less than negative 4? Can a positive ever be less than negative 4? The answer is no. So this is no solution. No number that you plug in for k will this work out to be true. Nothing you can plug in there. Number 27, we're going to start by getting rid of the negative 7. We're going to add 7 to both sides. That gives me 5 times b plus 8 absolute value, is going to be greater than 20. Now we're going to divide both sides by 5. We get the absolute value of b plus 8 is greater than 4. And now you want to ask yourself, can this positive be greater than 4? Sure, a positive number can be greater than 4. So what we're going to do is we're now going to split it. b plus 8 is greater than 4, and b plus 8 is less than negative 4. Now I'm going to solve this one on the left. I'm going to minus 8 from both sides. b is greater than negative 4. And over here on the right, I'm going to minus 8, I get b is less than negative 12. I'm going to graph it to make sure, to see if it's an and or an or. So at negative 12, it's an open circle running to the left, and at negative 4, it's an open circle running to the right. So it's an or, so we do not have to put it back together. The last one, number 29, we're going to start out by getting rid of that positive 10. We're going to minus 10 from both sides. Absolute value of 9 minus 2j greater than or equal to negative 8. And now we want to ask ourselves, can this positive ever be greater than negative 8? Well, a positive is always going to be greater than negative 8. So this is an infinite solutions, also called all real numbers. Right? Alright guys, that's everything on the review. Good luck on the test.